Hello there everybody. We're doing something very exciting today. So it is currently Sunday afternoon and very, very early Tuesday morning we are leaving to go on vacation with my family. So we're doing a family vacation. We haven't done one of these in years and years and years. I'm so excited, but also anxious. I am definitely someone to get a healthy amount of travel anxiety. I mean, it rooted for sure in the fact that like I will be out of my usual routine, probably as far out of it as I could possibly get, because it's like I won't be in my usual surroundings. I can't do the things I usually do. So, that in itself causes me anxiety. But then also airports, airplanes, they give me anxiety. They really do. Not a huge fan. I do love going on vacations and trips, but you will never catch me being the one planning it. Whenever I've been, it's because I've been invited, and someone else does that part. I am not someone, what do they call that when like a desire to travel, wanderlust? I do not have that in a physical sense at all. Maybe mentally, like love wanderlusting perhaps in my own brain, traveling to different places in my brain, like through books and learning new things. Not a desire to do it physically. And not to say that's not always been the case, I guess I should say. Like I did in my very early 20s, like 20 through 23, I did do a lot of traveling. I've been to like many places in Europe with some of my friends. We would save up all our money all year and we would do this like week trip where we would go as many places as possible, see as much as possible, and it was amazing. I loved it. And we did a lot of things of that sort. But I don't know, since after that, I feel like, I'm just like, I'm good. No desire. So that's a little bit about me. Anyways, can you tell? Oh my gosh, the anxiety's coming through. So sorry if you're feeling that. Oh, I realize I have to sometimes be careful. I love being open and honest, but I do recognize we're kind of a virtual room full of people who feels other people's feelings a lot at times, So anyway, I'm good. We're feeling good, we're feeling excited. This part will get me excited, and what we're doing today, I didn't even say that, is we're going to pick out the decks I'm gonna bring and also pick books. This is a new aspect for me. I'm not usually like, this is the first time going away on a trip that I'm in my reading era, and it's just perfect timing where I finished a couple books that I was kind of reading simultaneously, and so we're starting new books. And so I have my Kindle, so that's something I need to be careful about, is like, don't pack a bunch of physical books that are just gonna make your bag heavy, because I have my Kindle with things loaded on it, but I have a stack from the library that is so crazy bananas. So we're gonna go through that too. And what should I say? Okay, so this though, so the reason I feel like don't we all bring our decks with us anyway? But what I have discovered is it is helpful for me. Like I said, I'll be out of my routine as much as possible, but I make a very intentional effort to bring in what I can. So the easiest thing is through my morning tarot pull. So it's absolutely necessary for me to have, an oracle and a tarot deck with me, just because, don't we all do that? But then I can use it to do my morning pull, and then I've got a little like black and white like heat printer. I can't think of what that's called, but it doesn't have like ink in it. That I will bring, because I will bring my journal. And so it's a bit more of a pared down journaling experience, because I'm not going to bring all of my stationery, of course, but it's helpful for me. The last few times I've traveled, I've done that, where I bring, what I really need to do that morning reading in the usual way I do. And being able to start my day somewhere else with that still is grounding, and it helps. It helps knowing that I have that. So when I'm feeling anxious, I'm like, okay, but at least I'm gonna wake up and like I can do that, especially since I'm such an early riser that I know I'll have the time. So all that being said, let's get into it. My goal is, my sister got me this for Christmas. It's technically a project bag for like knitting or crochet, but it's the perfect size for this. This is what we're using it for. This bag, look at the frogs, so cute. Oh, and also just bringing things that bring me comfort. Like I will be bringing some of my stuffed animals, of course, because I need things that bring me comfort. So in this bag, just because of how it looks, I'm like, yes. But it's a great size. So my goal is that anything I'm bringing for decks and journaling, I want it to fit in this bag. And I think that's very reasonable, very doable. I would be awesome if I could maybe even fit the books in, but that is not going to be an expectation. I just want to narrow it down to like, I want to say 2 books, but part of me is like, is that so ridiculous to bring because I'm bringing my Kindle. Oh man, I don't know. Let's do the decks first. Decks first, then books. So, for starters, I do my morning reading every morning with Andy, and I think I've mentioned a couple times that we've been doing the Lion Hearts challenge together as the morning reading. It's been so fun. We've been loving it, so we're doing it again. And this month is Empress themed. So I picked out a basket of decks, and since I'll be away for this, the first few days of July, I'm not gonna, we pick out a selection of decks, and then we use our dice, our D&D dice, to randomly select which decks we're using. It's so fun. But obviously I don't want to bring 6 tarot and 6 oracle decks, so I'm gonna pick one tarot, 1 oracle that goes for that challenge, and definitely bring those. And then I don't know, if I was being super reasonable, I probably would be like, well, I should just also use those for my morning polls, but I really like the separation. Like, I never really use, when the decks are selected for like that monthly challenge, they stay in that basket, and I really don't use them for my morning polls because I like having the difference there. So, I don't know. So let me just show you those, because I picked out, really what I was going for was the smallest. For a second I was like, ooh, maybe I should roll the dice to like pick what I'm gonna bring, but I was like, looking at my selection here, the choice is clear. So for starters, we have, oh, but is it clear? Oh, I don't know, because the Gentle Tarot is the smallest deck, but now I'm like, but I use the big guidebook with it. I could just bring the smaller guidebook, but that sort of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Okay, let's pause on the tarot. The oracle is for sure. The power of the Yin Oracle, I feel like such an Empress energy, but it's got an image on the front, and then the message is right on the back. So that's a definite. For those Empress challenge readings, power of the Yin Oracle. But let me go look at the rest of the tarots and see if my decision still stands. Okay, so here's my options that I came up with. Either I just bring the Intuitive Night Goddess, because it's a very normal size deck and the book is right in there, or I've got the Gentle Tarot. This is the linen edition, so it's a smaller size. And then I do have the original Kickstarter version of the Gentle Tarot that has this size guidebook. So I could, like, I wanted to choose the Gentle Tarot too because we are going to, I don't want to keep it secret, we're going to Florida. So it'll be much more, it's not tropical, I know, but it'll be more tropical feeling than Connecticut, okay? And so I feel like I wanted these like fun, bright colors. And I think it'll pair well with Power of the Yin. So I think I am still gonna do this. I'm not gonna bring the big guidebook, I'll bring this one, because I think, I don't know, I do like that big guidebook, but part of me almost wants to go back to using this one, because I don't know. Sometimes I like having, again, I always say, I love a guidebook, but sometimes I like when it's a bit more concise, so, okay. Let's get out. I put this little thing of herbs in there, but it's taking up space. Can't have that. All right. So that is that. Let's think about for the morning readings. I do think, see, I've got two kind of things in my mind right now. Is like, okay, obviously pocket-sized decks, because those are very travel friendly, of course, that's what they're meant for. But then the other part of me is like, well, kind of like when we went to Aruba, 2 years ago now? Maybe a year and a half, I don't know. I brought my ocean themed decks, but we aren't really gonna be, I'm sure we'll be by ocean. I don't think we're not planning on going to the beach necessarily, like it's not a beach trip per se, but there'll be like a pool. So part of me is kind of like, do I bring that? Because I don't really use them here, I guess is my point. Maybe I will bring the one I really loved on that vacation was the Messages from the Mermaids. It just was the perfect deck because it just has really good keywords, but then has that fun summery feel. So maybe this is one, I think this is one to bring. Because I don't think I've really used it since that vacation, but I used it like every single day on that vacation. So yeah. Okay, so there's that. And then, but I do also have, I'll have to find it. Andy made me an Animal Guide Oracle Vacation Edition that I do, and that is like a little travel size, but I think I must have it somewhere else. Oh, so many choices. But I think, okay, so I'm gonna bring that, the Vacation Edition, that's mini. But I do also want, I feel like I want the Sacred Threads. I've just been using this oracle a lot in the full size. This is the pocket size. That I think it would be helpful for me to have a bit of continuity there, where like I have something that I use all the time at home with me on vacation, because I think that might be an aspect too. I think it's fun. Like the Messages from the Mermaids will be really fun because the location will be a bit more fitted to that. But then I kind of feel like I should have something that reminds me a bit more of home and the cards I use at home. And this would be perfect for that because again, it's in this mini size, so it's not going to take up that much space. I need to remember I want to put my journaling stuff in here too. Okay. I should have just like did that first, but it's okay. I think Sacred Threads is gonna come. Messages for the Mermaids. You know what, maybe where I can kind of make up some space is just one more tarot, because I feel like I could use this for my morning pulls too, and I probably will want to. Because it's not going to be my turn to do the reading every day there, so I've got a lot of stuff piled on here, so I cannot really see to my decks. Are there any more mini decks in here? I got such a mess. I need to already reorganize. Gosh. Okay, what do we have going on here? Ooh, Sweet Foragers. I feel like that's not really the vibe. I don't think I'm gonna bring my Ocean Tarot. Minnie Mouse isn't quite right. This isn't a mini deck, but this could be fun. To have like just a straight RWS. This is the Pixie's Whispers. So it's all like bright colors and fun. Is that what I want? Maybe. Oh, I don't know. I have the Light Seers. I mean, that could work. Is that what I want though? Well, it is a cool deck. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty darn fitting. It definitely is a summery feeling deck, and that's really fun to shuffle. Ooh, I like shuffling that. Oh, ooh, but hold on. Hold the phone. We've got the Extraordinary Incantations. This is what I want. Ooh, this is fun. And then it's got the key phrases right on it. So again, not really worrying about a guidebook there. But still getting something, you know what I mean? Because I definitely, like, at least when I have kind of been away, I don't spend as much time as I usually do. So I kind of want it to be a bit of a quicker process. Oh my gosh, I'm already like, do I just bring both? I do not need to do that, but I kind of want to. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put them both in for now. Oh gosh, terrible. Terrible! I was supposed to be narrowing down. Okay. We're gonna put them both. Oh gosh. Alright, and now the only other thing. Blooming Lovelies. I just wonder if this would just kind of be comfort. But I don't need to do that. Because part of me too, I'm like, I kind of just want this. I get a weird thing as well sometimes about like, ooh, I want this to like stay completely with my home energy and not bring, yeah, okay, no. Decision made. That just like needs to have home energy, just not like travel. Okay, I think this is looking good right now. Is it still a bit of excess? Yes. If anything, I will make a decision between the Light Seers and the Extraordinary Incantations, but I think we're good for now. So my battery's dying naturally, so I will charge my camera a bit, get the planning supplies in here, and we'll get to the books. Okay. So, I got the rest of my stuff in this bag. She's full. She's feeling very full. I'm feeling like, oh gosh, I think it's fine. I mean, its zipper's closed. Its zip's closed. You know what, it really is like, I know, which it seems like it shouldn't be the case because it is so small, but it's because the tin is like, it's a tall tin. The tall tin really actually is making it much more bulky. Wow, that really does make a difference. But, you know, I'm going to... But I feel like as far as, you know, other than books, this is all I'm bringing hobby-wise. I probably will not bring anything crochet, just because, I don't know, I don't really picture having enough, like, downtime to really productively do something, and I don't ever make big projects, you know what I mean? Like, I mostly really just make the tarot bags, which they don't take me super long, so I would need, like, I would need too much yarn. It wouldn't make sense. And so I feel like that's pretty good. That's okay. It's gonna be in the carry-on because she's a heavy gal, but I guess I'll show you. Little, just recap of what's in here. So we've got the messages from the Mermaids Oracle, the power of the Yin Oracle, the Gentle Tarot with the smaller book, the Extraordinary Incantations Tarot, we've got the Sacred Threads Oracle. Oh, I got the Animal Guide Oracle, the Krista's Vacation Edition that Andy made me. And so, oh, and then I've got the Light Seers. Light Seers, we'll see how this fits in the carry-on backpack, but whatever. Then I've got, this is my little, it's a thermal printer, I remembered. It's a thermal printer. The brand is Faux Mimo. I'll show it. Can you see that? I got it on Amazon, not expensive. Well, I got it on a Black Friday sale though, so, you know, do that what you will. But it doesn't use ink and stuff, so it's not like amazing pictures compared to what I can do at home on just my printer, but it gets a picture in there, so it's okay. So I've got that. I've got my little scissors to cut that out. This is my sticker book. We're gonna bring that because I need to have a decorative element in there. I just do. Do these stickers even go with like my stuff though? I can add some. I'm gonna add some like more beachy stickers, I think. I've got a pen. I don't think this is the pen I want to bring though, because I do have a like travel fountain pen. It's in my little tote bag I bring out to my garden right now, so this was in here as like a placeholder reminding me, get that pen, but then if I do forget, I have a pen. You know, I still have one. The whole thing. And then my journal. That's it. That's a lot. I mean, we're gone like 5 days. It's just really not that long. But I'm prepared. I'm prepared for the things I want to do. So that's what matters. Okay, let's get this back in there so we don't forget anything we want. I just feel like Light Seers is not one I really use often. I like having that pocket size. And I think I want to bring it because I'm like, if it's gonna shine anywhere, I feel like it's that environment. But I don't know, because then we are some days going to Disney World. I'm so excited! Oh my gosh, we're all like adults, and it's just gonna be this like fun adult Disney experience. I can't wait. Can't wait. So then I'm thinking like, is Light Seers really fit that? Not really. I feel like I probably am not gonna want to use it. I think we're gonna take it out. That's the, okay, because it really does make it so much, it's amazing how much bulk that one added, even though it's a pocket. Besides the point. Okay, alright. My water just finished boiling for my tea. We're gonna pause again and then we're gonna get into the books. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, now we're getting to the books. Which probably, you know, a lot of you don't really even care to see, so I think me waiting a long time to get to this is probably fine. But anyway, so I've got a stack of books here. A lot of options I got from the library. I can't bring them all, obviously, and that would be crazy. Like, I can't, crazy, that'd be crazy town. And usually, like, I'm like, okay, 5 days, like, I'm not one to finish. Probably the fastest I typically will finish a book is like a week, but that's, you know, with working a full-time job and enjoying also making YouTube videos. So I'm like, you know, going on vacation where it's really not like it's not gonna be a beach vacation where we're like lounging around a lot, but still, I like to be prepared. So, first one actually isn't a library book. It is a new book and our library doesn't have it, and probably we won't be getting it, which means I'd have to wait 6 months to get it from another library. Because that's usually the longest, that's like when you have a new book, it stays considered new on our shelves, usually for like 6 months. And we have a system, I think every library everywhere at this point has a system where you can, like, within the state send around books, but not new ones. At least for us in Connecticut, like, we will not send around new books because those usually, like, more in demand. So, yeah. So I'm not usually a book buyer, but in the case where I really want to read it, and I'm gonna have to wait, it's a long time to wait, 6 months. Sometimes I'll do it, but for this one, it is too seasonal for me to want to wait. But it's The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. This one just came out, I want to say, either like May or June. May. I think it was towards the end of May though. So The Honey Witch. You all know I've been having a thing about bees. I just love bees and the bee tarot, so I was like, yes. No, and we're not bringing the bee tarot with us. Oh my gosh, that was just a thought in my head of like, ooh, if I bring this book. Not doing it. But this is definitely set, it seems, in, if it's not summer, it's like, if it is I don't know if it's, I don't know. I haven't like really looked too much into this because I don't want any accidental spoilers, but it's a very summery book. And so I really want to read this month. And I guess my thought is too, I'm like, well, I own this book, so say something happens to it, it's fine. So this is a very high contender. Then I also have this one here, which also feels summery. This is the 4th book in the Veronica Speedwell mysteries, which I love this series. There's so many books. I'm like very far behind on it, but the last time I was really big into reading, which was, gosh, probably 4 or 5 years ago at this point, I got really into these books, read 3 of them like one after the other, loved them, and then got like partway through this 4th one and then stopped. But it's one of those things, like, I can remember when I get a book in my hands again, like, I can remember the storyline. I might not remember it until I can see it, but I was able to find like pretty much like right before where I stopped. So I want to keep reading this series, and this particular book is set in like a summery kind of place. So, but it is a bit of a bigger book. I think this one I'm gonna leave behind, especially since I'm already partway through it. If I brought this one, then like I definitely feel like I'd want to bring a second book. We're gonna leave that one behind. Okay, now we are let's show, okay. This one is another fantasy. It's called The Wicked Deep. This is by Shay Earnshaw, and this one is definitely set in summer. It talks about how 2 centuries ago, 3 sisters were sentenced to death for witchery. Stones were tied to their ankles and they drowned in the deep waters surrounding the town. Now, for a brief time each summer, the sisters return, stealing the bodies of 3 troubled girls so that they may seek their revenge, luring boys into Sparrow's Harbor and pulling them under. I mean, doesn't that sound amazing? And so it's definitely set in summer. I think it's gonna be obviously like a bit darker of a book, so like, which I really like. Does it have vacation vibes? Oh no! How pretty is that cover though? So I don't know. But now with these rest of these books, we are getting into the magical realism territory, which if you saw my month of June video that I put up like just before this one, yeah, you'll know that I read the book The Garden Spells and loved it, and I feel like I want more things that feel that way, where it's like it has like magical fantasy elements but kind of feels like a Hallmark movie. Loved it. And so the adult librarian at our library recommended some things to me. Well, no, we'll get into that one after. And so I took out the ones that she recommended. So we have The Book Charmer by Karen Hawkins. Ooh. The Book Charmer is a heartwarming story about the magic of books that feels more than a little magical itself. Prepare to fall under its spell. So good. Ooh, sorry for the lighting. It's so stormy here today, so we are just working on overhead light. Ah, I know, it's a crime. All right, and then we've got 2 books by Heather Weber, who I've heard is like just so good with magical realism. So I've got The Blackbird Cafe and South of the Buttonwood Tree, which both of these feel like, according to the description, feel very summery. I don't know about The Book Charmer. I don't know if this one is like set in summer, but I'm pretty sure these are. I feel like based on the cover, this one is feeling especially summer though. So I'm in this mode. I guess I should explain. I'm in this mode right now where I read Garden Spells, and it was so... I really loved that magical realism genre. I've never read it before. And it was so well suited to when I was, like, June, when I was reading it. Like, I was sitting, like, outside reading it, and it just, like, felt... The setting was so perfect to what I was experiencing that I'm like, I need more of that. I need more of that. And so that's what I'm trying to get out here. I also have this book called Wildwood Whispers, which seems really good. I'm a little bit... This is one that I kind of got a little bit into, but... I don't know if that is the vibe right now. I'm kind of feeling like, though, like, look at the cover of this book. Doesn't that feel so summery and amazing? So I'm thinking... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I think definitely I bring this, because I know this is one that probably is going to be what I'm looking for. But if I have the space, and it's not going to, like, make my backpack, like, a back-breaking thing, I think I bring this, too. These 2 books, and I've got my Kindle. This is shaping up to be, like, a large backpack, though, isn't it? God, and this is heavy. I think I'm gonna have to pare this down more, guys. Oh my gosh. This is, like, a really heavy bag. I really wanted to, like, keep everything together, though. But I think something has to go. I think we need to maybe take out the Mermaids. Hate to say it, but I mean, I've got my things for the Empress Energy, and then I have, right now, I've got this guy and this guy that are oracles, and then I've got this tarot. I think that's enough. As much as the Mermaids would be fun for I'm not going to be in any sort of, like, beach part, like I said, so I think the Mermaids stay out too. Okay, I think we are settled. So there's my tarot bag, journaling tarot, and then I think we're bringing Honey Witch, and if it seems reasonable, South of the Buttonwood Tree. Okay, so that's what I'm packing, everyone. Thanks for coming along that journey with me. Because that was a journey to get to what I finally am bringing. And you know, I still have all day tomorrow. I'm posting this, like, I'm filming this in advance, clearly. But, so right now it's Sunday. I still have all of Monday, so you know I'm going to be sitting here, like, switching out. But those ones, the things I have there, like, that's for certain. So we'll see. I don't know. But again, thanks for joining me on that and helping me talk through that. But other than that, I hope you're having a great day so far, and I'll see you again very soon. Okay. Real quick, because what did I tell you? I was going to be poking around in here until I can't. So I switched it up. Okay. Because I realized, what did I realize? I don't even know. I didn't even really take anything out in here. I just kind of added. But that's okay. So I replaced the Power of Yin Oracle. I was just looking at it and I was like, it's the only full-size deck in here. I have so many pocket decks, and I'm not usually one to use pocket decks necessarily over a full-sized. So I was like, okay, if I'm going away, this is my opportunity. Let's just take a gander at my pocket-sized decks and see if anything fits that Empress energy. And I've got this. This is the Mother Mary Pocket Oracle. Such Empress energy. So I'm like, oh. I'm gonna switch out the Power of Yin for this, and the Power of Yin will go back into the rotation here. So this is gonna be just like a guest star for the month. And then, okay, so then I still have the Gentle Tarot. I've got these two oracles for my daily pulls. I have the Animal Guide Oracle and the Sacred Threads Oracle, the pocket. I've got the Extraordinary Incantations, but what I added in is the, oh, of course, now I'm not going to remember the name. Anecdotes Tarot. That, the artist has, oh geez, the files to download for free. I added little titles and printed it as this pocket size. I do kind of, like, now that I am pulling this out more, I do want to print it again as a full size, but it is a nice little size, and it's one I really like, but don't use often, so I'm kind of like, maybe this is my opportunity. And I realized, like, with what we're doing on this vacation, it's less about, I was saying before, it's not really a beach vacation. So I don't really feel like I need to lean into that. I can kind of, oh my gosh, I'm totally exposing myself. I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday. Is what it is. I just find this one really, like, just nice and comforting, and it's just straight up, or I just read it as a straight up RWS. So I think this one's coming too. I don't know. I really like how this pairs with the Sacred Threads. That's kind of where I'm at with that. The only thing that, if something comes out, it'll be this one, I think. But there's room now that everything's pocket size, so I think we're just gonna keep it. Whatever, you know? What else am I bringing in my carry-on? Not much, I think. I don't know. I haven't packed that yet, so we'll see. But this is the situation. Okay, now we're done.